Thanks for staying with us here on the Urban Debate. We move on to conversation number 2 and we put the spotlight in Punjab and what's happening there in the political space. Congress viewers today made a clean sweep of Punjab's Municipal Corporation elections in the state local body polls. In fact, Congress has backed 7 out of the 8 corporations in the state, and almost all the bodies for which the results were declared today went in their favour. The results of the remaining seats will be declared tomorrow. But the Congress has won municipal corporations for Bhatinda, Kapurthala, Hoshiarpur, Pathankot, amongst others. Now, why are we talking about it? Because obviously this comes at a time when there have been massive farmer protests. These protests undeniably are being led by those from the state of Punjab. They started off in the state of Punjab before the farmers got together from Punjab and neighbouring states and walked to the national capital or rode their tractors to the national capital. They had been protesting in the state of Punjab, which is why this is extremely important. Many see it as a referendum on farm laws. That's also going to be the question I ask our panelists this evening. But also keep in mind that these local body polls were held well into the term of Captain Amrinder Singh. It's his 4th year since he was chosen as Chief Minister, elected as Chief Minister. So we are actually looking at elections in the state of Punjab next year. And before that, in this big local body polls, the balance seems to be still in the favour of Congress completely. So we had Congress on one side, then you had the Shiromani Akali Dal and the Aam Aadmi Party. And remember, the SAD and the BJP also contested separately, independently after 20 long years. So what are the lessons and what do these results show is what I'm going to be asking the political parties' representatives who are joining us this evening. We say good evening to Mahendra Singh Grewal, Senior Vice President and Spokesperson of the Shiromani Akali Dal. I also have Abab Singh Grewal, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab, and Charu Pragya of the BJP. First up, let's go across to Aadil, who obviously I'm sure is extremely happy today with these results. But how does his party read it, Aadil? What's your key takeaway?
Well, Tanvi, this is the beginning of the decline of the Bharatiya Janata Party from the agrarian states of this country. And the result is a manifestation of public anger for the BJP, the Akali Dal and the Aam Aadmi Party, and a vindication and validation of Congress Party's policies. But there are 2 very significant developments and it's important to examine them very minutely. The first development is Gurdaspur parliamentary seat. This is a seat which is held by a BJP MP, Sunny Deol. Now, in this seat, the Congress Party has swept all the municipal votes. The BJP stands at 0, despite having a BJP MP and despite winning that seat with a landslide margin in 2019. The second development is the Hoshiarpur seat, where again the Congress Party has performed very well and the BJP has barely managed to open their account. This seat is held by Union Minister Som Prakash, who is also a member of the government committee which is negotiating with the farmers. So I think these 2 developments, amongst the other developments, is a bellwether that the Bharatiya Janata Party's imminent decline is a writing on the wall, and Punjab has set the clock ticking. Now, coming to the larger issue, the BJP has worsened the situation and has exasperated this divide between the farming community and the government of India by resorting to name-calling, calumny campaign and labeling farmers as anti-nationals. As far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, I think the people of Punjab have seen through their shenanigans, their double fork tongue politics, and they are essentially a B team of the BJP. The Akali Dal, we all know it is matter of public knowledge, is the alter ego of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and Bibi Harsimrat Kaur Badal had supported the ordinances. She was part of the government. Sukhbir Singh Badal, as late as May 25th, 2020, publicly supported these ordinances and these amendments. It was only later on, when they saw public anger growing on the streets, that they had to take a U-turn. But the larger issue is the Bharatiya Janata Party's graph is rapidly deteriorating. Haryana, the situation is such, and I've said this on your times, and your reporters also must have concurred with my statement, that the Haryana Chief Minister today cannot even step out of his residence in light of the public anger. The BJP is losing ground in Western Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
The BJP's graph is coming down in Rajasthan. So I think overall the picture is very clear. The BJP has taken a very clear position, Tanvi.
Well, while you took that time to give me that elaborate answer, Aadil, I must tell you all the three others have very nicely sharpened their knives and are ready to go. So one by one, let me get all of them in.
Perhaps you can also ask an answer for them, answer for this point. The BJP has clearly taken a position, Tanvi, that they will stand with the Adanis and the Ambanis at the expense of the farmers, and this is not acceptable to the farmers of this country.
Okay, let's start off with Charu Pragya then, since the biggest attack was against the BJP.
Thank you, Tanvi. What is more important, welfare or just appeasing one section of protesters? What is more important, election results or reforms which are going to transform the lives of farmers across the country? And if these farm laws are such a tell-all for you, Aadil, let me remind you of Bihar Assembly elections, which happened after farm laws. Let me remind you of the Rajasthan Panchayat polls, which happened after farm laws. By polls in Gujarat, in Uttar Pradesh, in Madhya Pradesh. So, good morning, Aadil, and congratulations to you for winning these elections in Punjab. But Punjab is not India. Punjab is not the entire country. And if this is how politics were to play out in our country, like you wanted to, no reforms would happen. We would not have GST reforms. We would not have triple talaq being abolished. We would not have the abrogation of Article 370. So being popular is not as important as being correct for the future of our country. Also, one more point to make. If supporting farm laws is the reason why you have won Punjab, then Arvind Kejriwal ji also really supported the protesters against farm laws. I feel really bad that then his devotion has not paid off as well as yours has.
Okay, so I want to go across to Mr. Mahesinder Singh Grewal first, and let's get the Akalis to respond to this. Mr. Grewal, what is your party's analysis? Is Congress winning because the your party and BJP can't patch things together?
Tanvi, I must say that let the Congress enjoy in this perception that they are popular and they won the elections on the popular mandate, when the fact remains that 576 seats were declared unopposed. They rejected the nomination papers of the opposition candidates. There was no election for the 40% seats of the local bodies. And your channel also displayed when they attacked the former Deputy Chief Minister and President of SAD in Jalalabad. And they have chopped off the hand of a Akali candidate's husband in Adhampur. They have fired at many other places. In spite of their best efforts to seize the poll, they failed. The mainly state machinery worked as agency for the Congress. And IG Firozpur was seen openly conversing for the Congress candidates. And you must have seen that Zira, Guru Har Sahai, they all cancelled the paper of oppositions and they got the majority in the day. It was the last day for nominations. We had also like this perception when before 217, we have a in 2016, we had a by-election to Khadur Sahib assembly constituency 7 months before the general election. And we won that election by 64,000 votes. And everybody was feeling that since the Akalis won this seat with a margin of 64,000 votes 7 months before the elections, Akalis will sweep. Let them under this illusion that they are very popular. If they will come to know in 22 what the people reply to them. Second thing I want to tell is, the sad part of story is, never before this, they to this extent, the Gunda element took over the elections and the state machinery, that is a police and the executive officers, they just worked as a helpless spectators. They could not ensure justice to the people. And now the next thing comes, where there were good officers and they didn't allow the Gundas to play. You see, 8 committees we have taken in Majitha. They have always attacked Sir Bikram Singh Majithia. We won 11 out of 13. Like this, there are many committees, and we have candidates in almost every place. Our candidates won. So my saying is that if we by any stretch measure the results, it's a victory. It's not a victory. It's a moral defeat of the Congress.
Okay.
And they also know that how they procured this number. It never happened before in Punjab.
Okay, no, so I am making the list, and so Adil, you also note it down. Let's just get in the Aam Aadmi Party to also respond.
Versus one, Tanvi.
Good evening.
The price of winning elections on some days is that you will have to take this on. But yes, let me get Mr. Abab Singh Grewal to also respond as to what happened here. Can we take this as a referendum on farm laws, and if so, why didn't your party benefit?
Good evening. This was not an election, it was a selection. Unfortunately, this is a sad reflection of the way things are run in Punjab. Maharaja Sahab selected candidates, and then the whole state machinery and the police apparatus and the whole Congress goon apparatus started to work to ensure that they would win. They did everything in the playbook to make sure that the opposition couldn't stand a chance. They have tried everything. They have disqualified candidates. They have intimidated candidates. They have beaten people. They have killed people. They have done everything. As far as the BJP is concerned, the BJP, very sadly, it reflects the way they think that Punjab is not India. Well, ma'am, Punjab is not India, but Punjab's issue with the farm laws has been taken up by the rest of India. And the way you were treated by the people of Punjab and the election results will be replicated all over North India and over India, of course, in the coming few years. As far as the Congress is concerned, I'd like to just say one thing, that they have crossed all limits of decency. They have shown that they will stoop to any depth to ensure that they win. And as I said, Maharaja Sahab selected, and then the whole Jing Bang lot started and tried their best to make sure that Maharaja Sahab selectees win. This is the way this election has happened, and therefore it should not be a reflection of the way actual state of affairs in Punjab are today.
Okay, so while the BJP says, Adil, that this is about reforms and not always about popularity or votes, I do want to focus more on what the other two parties are alleging, because even before the results came out, this has gone on. The allegation that the polls were rigged and that there was a lot of malified action. Respond to that.
Well, before I respond to your question, Tanvi, I'm so glad that the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Aam Aadmi Party, and the BJP's bonhomie is out for the public to see at a time when the BJP wants to destroy the livelihood of the farmers of this country. The Akali Dal and the Aam Aadmi Party are busy attacking the Congress Party instead of exposing the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, responding to your question, in 21st century India, when there is a smartphone in almost every household, if this so-called vandalism, if this so-called pressure tactics were being deployed, how is it that it hasn't found its way onto social media? How is it that it hasn't found its way to the national media? How is it that it hasn't found its way to the BJP inclined media? Because there is nothing of this sort. The BJP and the other parties, including the Akali Dal and the Aam Aadmi Party, are just being sore losers. The Congress Party has a positive and a constructive agenda. We want to make MSP a legal right. And I must tell Mr. Grewal, the reason why Sukhbir Badal is facing unprecedented anger is because he supported the ordinances. In April and May 2020, he publicly supported the ordinances. Bibi Harsimrat Kaur Badal was part of the cabinet meeting which promulgated the ordinance. So obviously there is anger against you. As far as the BJP is concerned, the writing is on the wall for them. Punjab is the beginning. Next is Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, the entire agrarian belt. They will be wiped out. They are facing an imminent rout because they have decided to stand with the oligarchs, with the Adanis and the Ambanis, who want to reduce the Punjabi farmers, the Haryanvi farmers, the farmers of Western Uttar Pradesh and other parts of the country into slaves on their own lands. So this is why, this is a manifestation of their anger. And this is just the beginning, Charu. Picture abhi baki hai, like they say in Hindi.
Charu.
Come in, please, Tanvi.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, so Adil, I'd like to remind you that farmers exist all over the country, not just in Punjab. And for you to say that you speak for farmers all over the country, that's unfair. In fact, it is completely false. The reason why farm laws have not been accepted so positively in the state of Punjab by a section of people is because most of the people there are into trading, not direct bringing up of their crops and then selling these crops. It is these traders, these middlemen which have taken a hit. And we've seen the way these protests have gone on. They had the Audis and the Mercedes and all the fancy tractors with the sofas on them. That is not the poor farmer of India. And I will let you enjoy your victory. At the end of the day, India is democracy and people's choices should always be respected. But it will do you well to not sound so cocky, and please do not speak for the rest of the country. I have just listed out a whole spate of other states where BJP has fared brilliantly.
This argument will happen for sure, Charu. This debate will happen for sure in a few months from now when 4 states in the Union Territory will go to election. And to what extent will the farm laws then become a story? There is a different thing. But of course, there is no denying the fact that when it comes to Punjab, that has been the epicenter of this round of protests against the farm laws. And that seems to have benefited the Congress party to a certain extent. But Mr. Manishinder Singh, I want to ask you this. Tell our viewers, give examples of where is it that when you allege that the state machinery was misused and abused and violence was used to really win these elections. Give us the examples for these claims.
Yes. First example, the most important example, Mr. Sukhbir Singh Badal is a Z security protectee granted by the government of India. His car was smashed by pelting stones, fired at, though no action has been taken against the guilty. A delegation of Akalis met the State Election Commission. He said, I can't do anything, it is for the state government. When the Election Commission says this thing, that it is for the government. Then in Adampur, a hand of the husband of the candidate was chopped and the victim is still in the hospital at Jalandhar. Another places in Gurdaspur, in Roped, even on the day of the voting, you have seen the people, and then comes to this Giddadwaha, then you come to Malot, then you come to Firozpur. It's not a one instance. The simple one reply of every officer to whom we used to contact, ये तो जी सरकार जैसे करती है हमको करना पड़ता है. I simply Tanvi asked one thing from Mr. Boparai. If the Congress is so popular and they have a so high graph, the sitting minister's brother from Chamkaur Sahib lost the corporation municipal election. The wife of the MLA from Moga lost the election. The brother of the another MLA lost the election. If this Congress government is so popular among them, how the people defeated the real brother of the minister, who's a blue-eyed boy of the Mr. Rahul Gandhi, lost election, and MLA's wife lost the election, another MLA's brother lost the election. I tell you, had there been free and fair election without the use of Gunda force in the elections, the results you would have seen that they would have been wiped out. And I still say on your channel, and after the results of 2020, if you invite me, I will come to your channel and we will debate what are the results.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Okay, but Mr. Aadil Boparai wants to respond to this. Go ahead.
Tanvi, Garewal Sahab can't have his cake and eat it too. He can't approbate and at the same time reprobate. On one hand, he is saying that the Congress party used extrajudicial and strong-arm methods to win seats. And on the other hand, he says that brothers or relatives or kith and kin of MLAs and ministers have lost. If we were indeed using extrajudicial methods or extra strong-arm tactics, we would have ensured that even they won. The fact that this is a peaceful election, the fact that this is a free and fair election also shows that some MLAs and their brothers or kith and kin have lost. So this is the beauty of democracy. You must accept the result as it is. You shouldn't behave like a sore loser. I have great respect for Garewal Sahab. He's been a minister in the past. Today is the time to expose the BJP. The BJP wants to destroy our livelihood. The BJP wants to destroy farming as a way of life. expose the BJP. Instead of exposing the BJP, they're targeting their guns at the Congress party, which is standing with the farmers, which is standing with Punjabiyat today.
No, so let me ask. Yeah, yes, Mr. Maheshwar can respond to that,
yes,
and then I go to Abab Singh. Yes.
I think Mr. Boparai, if he's honest, can he count a single instance in which the Congress has done favor to Punjab? They snatched our capital, they snatched our waters, they snatched our territories. They killed thousands of people in Delhi, and then Congress claims credit for Punjab. I think Boparai is a gentleman. At least he should not claim any credit. The Punjab, whatever is suffering today, it's courtesy the Congress. And I have no hesitation in saying that the seed of terrorism in Punjab were sown by the Congress, and Punjab lost 50,000 youth either in fake encounters or in inter-gang war of the terrorists. So, Mr. Boparai, you are a very gentle person, and I feel you are also a lawyer like me. At least we should be honest to ourselves and to the Punjab that we should not bluff to that extent, giving any credit to the Congress. Tomorrow, you passed a bill in 2017 in Punjab Assembly in which you have allowed private mandis, you have allowed e-trading, you have allowed private players. All the things which the present Modi government has done in 2020, you have done in 2017. And the worst thing you have done to the farmer was that by amending the central laws in the Punjab Assembly, so basically you admitted that these laws are legal and you are only making few amendments. So this gentleman, don't think that people of the country doesn't know what the Congress is doing. But I make it very sure, do anything, claim anything, but don't destroy the nation. Rahul will not grow. Find another leader if you want to survive. This is my elder brother advice to you, Mr. Boparai. You are a very good man, and I think Boparais are from Ludhiana.
Okay.
You may be from
All right.
Ludhiana.
So before Congress responds to that, let me also bring in Abab Singh, and then the Congress can respond to both. Charu, just hang on a minute. Abab Singh first. Yes.
I'd just like to start by saying, ma'am, could you give me a minute? I'd just like to start by saying that what Mr. Boparai is saying is the kettle calling the pot black. He is saying that we haven't done anything. Well, sir, your people lost, not in spite, but despite of your best efforts. Your minister's brothers lost. Despite of everything that you did, the people's wishes were so strong that you just couldn't run roughshod over all the results. That's why this result is out there. As far as the BJP spokesperson is concerned, I'm surprised, I'm amazed how far she is from reality. The Prime Minister calls them Andolanjivi parasites, and she says that people in Punjab are not engaged in farming, but they are traders, and their Audis and their Mercedes and their tractors and their fancy tractors. Well, ma'am, they have worked hard for it. They have worked hard. They have worked for generations to get this money. And well, if you want to see the farmer of India poor, who is waiting for doles from Mr. Modi, Punjabis, Haryanvis, and all the proud farmers of North India are not willing to take that up. And that's the reason they are out on the streets today questioning you. You have done everything in your power to make sure that they have been maligned. They have been called all sorts of names. Now, the thing here is they have earned it. They have earned it by working hard for generations. And your mindset is very clear when you say that these people are Andolanjivi parasites or Khalistanis or Naxalites or whatever you might want to call them.
So you recognize that there is an issue that the people have with the BJP, Abab Singh, but you don't think that that's the reason that the Congress party is benefited?
I am asked, that's exactly what I was about to say, that what the Congress has done has been hypocritical for the past so many years. They have made sure. Ma'am, can I finish?
1 minute, Charu, I'm coming to you. Let me get the answer to my question first. I'm coming to you next. Yeah.
Exactly. I just want to say that the Congress has done everything in its power to ensure that the people's mandate is destroyed in Punjab. They have, if he says that this was a peaceful democratic election, well, it was not. People died. And from the visuals I see on your channel, I just saw a boy whose mother won from Khanna, who is an Aam Aadmi Party volunteer, who has a small shop, who does not have the money power that you put in place. He won despite of all your shenanigans. So please stop saying this was a democratic election. Stop saying it was the will of the people. You did everything in your power to ensure that people's will did not prevail, but in spite of that, it did prevail. And I assure you, by 2022, the people of Punjab will ensure that you are out of the business of ruling like a Maharaja or with courtiers all around you. That is what the Congress is all about in Punjab.
Can I respond then?
Yeah, first Charu, Pragya, and then Aadil to you. Yeah.
Yeah, Tanvi, okay, first of all, let me remind the spokesperson from Aam Aadmi Party that I belong to Western Uttar Pradesh and I retaliate my point. So you can look at the numbers, you can do some studying, and you will come to know the way farming has gone on in Punjab. I am not criticizing, I'm only pointing out a very valid fact. And it's very ironic that you say Congress has won because of their misdeeds, but BJP has lost because of its policies. And let me remind you, those very same policies, one of the same farm laws your party has notified in Delhi, those same farm laws have been applicable in the state of Punjab by the state government for ages already. The same farm laws have been spoken about in the Congress manifesto already. Now, let's just be a little more honest and look at the mirror. It does not suit you to speak like this because you also need to analyze the way your
Republic
and I repeat what I have said, and I will stick to this. Every time there is a reform, it is
No, so let's pick up one point. Let's pick up one point, which is about the Congress party.
By your narrative, but there are also people who are benefiting from this new law. There are people who are selling above MSP. And Aadil, if Rahul Gandhi can contest from both Kerala and Uttar Pradesh, why our farmers do not have the same freedom? Why do you want to take that away from them? You want to sit on your high horse. You are the suited, booted party, the grand old party, which believes the power should just remain with you people. You guys should get rich. Your middlemen should get the whole culture of getting rid of middlemen. That is what is bothering you.
Tanvi, please. Can
Yes.
I respond now?
So,
Tanvi, the Congress party's contribution to the agrarian sector is the concept of the MSP. It was the green revolution, it is the white revolution which paved the way for the prosperity of the Indian farmer. And to respond to Charu, it is Mr. Modi who wants to create the real middlemen. Ambanis and Adanis are the middlemen which you want to create. And to allow them, you are facilitating this path of capturing 20 lakh crore rupees of farmers' wealth. And as far as the Akali Dal is concerned, I have no hesitation in saying that the Akali Dal are the joint signatories with the Bharatiya Janata Party to the death warrant of the farmers of this country. And the result of the civic body elections is a manifestation of that. The public anger which the Badal family today is facing is a manifestation of that. The people of Punjab have seen through the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Akali Dal's bonhomie, where they are one. Today, all the political parties are attacking the Congress party, which is standing with the farmers. What is more important for them? Is farming more important to them?
Don't betray them. Don't betray them.
Were you not standing with farmers?
The BJP is calling farmers terrorists. The BJP ministers are insulting the martyrdom of our brethren. The BJP Haryana agriculture minister is calling us terrorists, Naxals. Their chief minister is calling us Naxals. And you are supporting the same BJP? You are supporting the same people who want to label our entire farming community as anti-national. Please, you must rise above petty political considerations. This is the time to support the farmers of this country. The BJP has become a government of the oligarchs. The BJP government has become a middleman for the Akalis, for the Ambanis and the Adanis. Today, it is our call of duty to stand with the farmers of this country, to stand for their livelihood.
Oh.
God, Aadil, you are speaking as if privatization is a bad thing. Has privatization not come in all other sectors? All the countries of the world where farmers are rich, there is privatization of agriculture. In any country where farmers are rich, maybe you should look into that data. Why don't I WhatsApp it to you or I'll tweet it after this debate?
no, so I want Aadil to also respond to the allegation that was made by two panelists, Charu, about the changes that were brought into the farm and the agri-market structure by the state government in 2017. And if you were moving on the same lines as the central government's reforms, then what happened, Aadil?
Tanvi, with great respect to my fellow panelists, that is an utter lie. the Congress party wants to create more regulated markets. We are not in favor of creating unregulated markets, which allows for exploitation of the Indian farmer. And to respond to the BJP, the Artiyas are not middlemen. The Artiyas are service providers. The Artiyas are the critical cog in the agricultural weave. They extend assistance and support
and how many
the
percent
farmers
of it is actually
anybody
real
labels and defends that they don't understand.
Have you worked out that percentage?
Charu,
You
are
are
interrupting. Can you please intervene?
people. Are you saying that 8% people are everybody? What about the remaining
Can you put
90%?
this question to me? Can I
What about
answer?
the 92%?
Okay, let him finish his. Let him finish his point. Let him finish his point. Yeah.
Tanvi, the problem is the Bharatiya Janata Party wants to create alternate unregulated markets where the MSP will not be followed. This is what the BJP wants to do. They want to withdraw. This is a precursor to withdraw from.
Party has more MSP than any other government, and you're well aware of that. Our Prime Minister has said that MSP has been there, will be there. It will always be there. See, what is misinformation? You can bring some local polls with this misinformation campaign.
Tanvi, can I ask one thing to Mr. Boparai?
Tanvi, can I have my 30 seconds, please?
Yes, 30 seconds, please, very quickly, before I wrap this up.
Bharatiya Janata Party wants
just 1 minute for 30 seconds for me, Tanvi also, Garewal.
In this country, these laws are a precursor. They want to throw the farmers of this country at the hands and to the mercy of the Adanis and
Okay, now you're repeating, Aadil. We've had this conversation many times. I know this is the Congress party's new slogan about Hum Do Hamare Do, but I'm not going into the details of that. We'll keep it for a debate between you and Charu another day. Final comments from Mr. Maheshwar Singh, because he had a question, I believe.
Yes, I asked Mr. Boparai one question.
Yeah.
That you remained in power during Sardar Manmohan Singh. Why couldn't you allow this MSP to the entire nation, to the entire farmers of the country? Why to Punjab, Haryana only? And what you have done for the farmers especially, except the rice and wheat? Why you have not purchased and allowed other things to be purchased on the MSP? Congress has to answer this thing. And third, you have to answer it. Why in your 2019 manifesto of the parliament, you said abolitions of the APMC is required to streamline the farming community? You and BJP are the two sides of the same coin. Both have an intention to go against the farmers.
Can I respond since Tanvi,
No,
can I?
Yes.
Garewal Sahab is a learned man. What we advocated in our manifesto is to create more regulated markets.
Yeah.
We never said that we will abolish markets. Point number one. Point number two, Garewal Sahab, you are the oldest ally of the BJP. BP Harsimrat Kaur Badal was sitting in the cabinet meeting when those ordinances were promulgated.
No, we oppose them. Rather, your government supported the idea when the Chief Minister Committee was formed.
Better lies.
Chief Minister's Committee was formed, you supported the idea.
All right. Gentlemen, I'm really sorry, but I'm completely out of time, and I know this debate over the farm laws, can go on endlessly with all political parties pointing the fingers on the other side. Unfortunately, nobody is listening to the farmers anymore. They're still sitting there at the borders, continuing with their protests. But many are seeing this as a referendum, and if not a complete referendum on the farm laws itself, the fact that the Congress seems to have benefited by supporting the farmers in this, whereas the loss has been that for the BJP and their allies, Shiromani Akali Dal, who even now, even though they have walked out of the alliance, seem to be paying the price for that. Will this continue, and can Captain Amrinder really cash in on this and take it to next year when the state of Punjab goes into assembly polls? Well, that's a whole different question that we'll keep for another day. Thank you so much for joining us on this conversation. Let's move on to topic number 3.